and welcome to Break Your Shell Tarot for a June tarot reading for 2020. So what I'd first like you to do is just to move into your physical body and just start from your feet, moving up and through your legs, moving up and through the abdomen and your belly, moving up and through your chest, moving up and through the heart chakra, taking your awareness up into the throat, up into the third eye. And I'd like you to lean or just to move into the crown chakra. And I would like you to just stay there. And when you're in this space, I'm going to get you to choose either pile 1, 2, or 3. You're choosing pile 1, 2, or 3. Choosing pile 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Okay, so for those of you that have chosen pile 1, your first card is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is representing that something is going to be given to you. It's from the heart. It's something very unexpected, and someone doesn't want anything back from this. So have a look at what's being presented to you as a gift, and someone doesn't want anything back. That could be anything from their time to a gift, you know, maybe someone looking after your kids, or, you know, but someone's doing something for you. They're offering something to you and they don't want anything back. So a beautiful card to start off with. Okay, so your present moment card is represented by the Death card. This is a card which is all about transition. What is it in your life at the moment that needs to transition? You need to go from one part of yourself, point of learning, growing, into the next phase of life. This card is also representing a rite of passage. So how do we move into the next rite of passage, which could be from, you know, the maiden, which is a young girl, into motherhood, or, you know, motherhood into, the grandma. So what phases of life do I need to move into with a sense of consciousness? But this card asks us that we need to mourn the old part of ourselves. So we need to grieve and mourn the old part that we need to let go of, which is the death process, in order to move into the new growth, the new person, you know. So this death card is a major arcana card, so it is holding a soul journey, a soul lesson. It's not an easy card to process because there is grief and loss involved. But again, you need to process this and allow this grief and sadness to move through you in order for you to move wholly into the next phase of your life. Okay, so this is your card that's coming into the future. This is called the Star card. She's an illuminary card, so she's bringing light, hope, belief into your life. And she's also saying that you need to keep need to keep holding on to the belief that life is going to get better. Lots of surprises are going to come around and into your life, but also hold on to the faith. Hold on to the faith that life is definitely going to get better. Life is full of cycles. It goes and it ebbs and flows. But in order for us to want a better life, we've got to believe that there is something better ahead for us. This card is also symbolizing that there is a spirit guide around you. Could be someone that's passed over, a grandparent, but there's someone who is very close to you at the moment and is guiding you on your journey, and is very and is also helping you maybe to grieve through this situation now. So just know that after we go through this grieving process, there's something to look forward to. We're going to be able to look forward to the Star card. She illuminates the dark sky. So know that within the Star card, there's a sense of an illumination and growth. That's number 1. Okay, so number 2. Okay, so this is your past card. I can feel that you have been going through a situation that might have been causing you some anxiety, could even be causing you depression. But this card is filled with strong thoughts. So kind of sense of anguish and, a sense that you might not be able to go on anymore. There might be a situation that's really pressing quite hard on you, and it's making you feel that there's just too much pressure. You don't really know how you're going to get through to the next day. This card calls for mindfulness. So just be aware of the mind chatter that's going on, or the story or the narrative. Is it really yours? Are you able to somehow, separate yourself from some of the drama that's going on? But just know that at any moment in time, there's going to be a sense of relief from this card, because this is represented by your 9. You're heading into the 10, which is going to be a moment of relief. But right now, you're probably feeling a lot of the strong emotion of the 9 of Swords. So the reason they call these the swords is they are double-edged. So basically depends on what angle am I going to look at this situation from. Am I going to see it as a learning lesson, or am I going to allow it to cause me lots of anguish and anxiety? That's in your past card. Your present future card is calling the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles is a sense of loss. So I do feel like you're moving away from a situation that's probably caused you lots of heartache and lots of grief. This kind of card can be represented with despair, and it can cause us a lot of heartfelt pain and also cause us a sense of distress. Know that all of the lessons that we learn are trying to lead us to a greater sense of awareness and a greater sense of hope and clarity. Everything that's happening is trying to pull us closer to our soul's journey. So everything that feels like it's painful, or we're losing control, we're losing, everything that we've worked for, know that once we're allowing to let these things go, there's an opportunity for us, waiting for us, that can lead us to a place that's more connected with our own beliefs, with our true values. But I feel that this moment in time for you, number 2s, is a little bit hard. Actually, it's not a little bit hard, it's very hard. And if you are feeling things are quite difficult at the moment, the cards are saying that they are, and you're allowed to feel a sense of grief. You're allowed to feel a sense of anguish, because there's something that you're going through at the moment, and it's calling you, it's making you feel quite, a sense of, desperation. What you do have coming up for you in your future is what they call the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a creative card. It's calling for your creative imagination, and it's also calling for the transmutation of this sadness, this anger, this anguish. It wants to be transmuted, and this fire energy is giving you the opportunity to start transmuting that, that anger, that sadness, whatever those raw emotions are. We all have raw emotions. No one gets out of life without feeling these emotions. But the fire energy, the Page of Wands, is going to give you a direction in how to start healing yourself. The fire energy wants to be expressed through us. So anything through the healing arts, anything that's got to do with painting or dancing, any energy or movement that's going to be able to transmute any of those negative energies out of the body. And, they want to be released. So how can you start releasing some of these energies inside of you so you can start feeling free and more alive? This card is giving you an avenue on how to do that. I might be feeling stuck. I might be feeling angry. Maybe, something like, as I said, like painting, dancing, boxercise, some activity that's going to be able to, for you to be able to release and heal these situations that are buried deep within you. Okay. Good luck, number 2s. Good luck. Okay, so for those of you that have chosen pile number 3, your first card is represented by the World card, number 3. I feel that you've come to a sense of completion around a situation. You're being called out into the world, because I feel that you've achieved something of great value. You have learned something, and it's taken you a long time to learn and become quite a master of something in particular. And the World card is calling you out into the world to be able to offer this gift, to be able to offer your knowledge, to be able to offer your wisdom. So I feel that because this is in your past card, you've already been doing this. So this is something that you've been doing now probably for about 6 months. But this card is really letting you know that, yes, you have completed that. You are being called out into the world, and you're starting to understand yourself on an energetic level, understanding that there's two sides of yourself, which you can see here. There's the female, which is quite passive and, you know, surrendering and letting go. And then there's this quite of this, you know, masculine energy, which is about going out into the world and making something of yourself and, you know, creating some structure in your life. And this card lets me know that you've started to understand both sides of yourself. Great card, because we are acknowledging you for the great things that you're offering back into the world. Okay, so your present moment card, which is quite interesting. You're being directed to a place which asks you not to be direct with something in particular. So the Seven of Swords is asking us, rather than going directly to somebody or attacking or moving into a situation where we might go directly to a person or a situation, see if you can maneuver or go sideways. See if you don't have to go direct, but you can kind of, you know, find a way around a situation rather than continually trying to move forward. This gives us permission to look outside the direct angle and see if there's another approach. So see if you can find another approach to a situation that might feel like it's a bit of a struggle. So, you know, it might be, you know, suggesting something rather than saying it directly. You know, it might be rather than going into, you know, speaking to your boss directly about something in particular. It might be, you know, changing a certain behavior. So just have a look at what is something that you need to be indirect about rather than direct, because being direct at this time is going to probably cause some hurt, some pain, or people are not going to understand where you're coming from. Your third card, your Nine of Pentacles. Your Nine of Pentacles is telling me that you're a very humble person. You've worked hard for everything that you have, and your ego is still in a place of, you know, just being quite humble, and you see the world as something integrated, interconnected. You're sharing your wealth or your goods or anything that you have that you want to kind of give back and share back to the world. It's also letting me know that you've got yourself to a place in the material field that feels quite solid. So you've worked quite hard to get yourself in quite a financially stable place. This card lets me know that money and finances and also the material world around you at the moment should feel quite stable. And also that, yeah, you're happy to see that, you know, the next stage for you would be then, you know, handing something down or leaving something behind as a legacy. This card is quite a beautiful card in the fact that just always know that you have enough and that there is enough to go around. But I'm pretty sure that you're aware of that and you're doing some really good things in the material realm and also with your finances. Okay, so that's the end of the tarot reading today. Thank you for joining me. If you would like a personal reading, you can find me on my website or my Facebook at Break Your Shell Tarot. I also do tarot in practice, which is for those that have a sound knowledge of the tarot and they would like to develop their tarot skills with others and understand more about the minor arcana and also the elements at play. Also offer a tarot development course, which can either be done one-on-one or in group. That's going through a 28-week class and really uncovering each card of the tarot deck and starting to develop a personal relationship with each card. I also hold breathwork sessions here. We also am doing breathwork sessions online to help those connect deeply with their soul purpose and to let go of any, trauma or tension that's in the body. So I'd just like to thank you for joining me today at Break Your Shell Tarot, and I look forward to seeing you next month in July for another tarot reading. Thank you.